Hi, I'm Howard Prager. Thank you for attending this Zoom meeting, which is exclusively for NRF membership. If you think cybersecurity is difficult to accomplish, I have bad news and good news for you. The bad news first. AI and the new digital dollar will make it dramatically harder to achieve without our revolutionary biometric cyber defense system. In fact, as an expert in dark net on behalf of governments and institutional clients, I have decades of experience tracking down or preventing cyber crimes. So I think my opinion should be taken seriously. I predict that it will get at least 100 times worse unless you order our biometric cyber defense system. I think if you are among those who ignore me or just don't trust what I have to say, I predict that you will be unemployed because the company you work for will be unable to operate successfully and it will be bankrupt. Let me share with you why. Cyber criminals will include AI and will navigate easily pickings and without RBCD, your company will be easy pickings. Anthropic has already blackmailed an employee of a company for a romantic thing. China has already used Anthropic to commit cyber crimes. Both stories are in recent Wall Street Journal articles. Anthropic developers are hard at work to mitigate this threat, but only BCD can prevent it because of our technology. So it's at least 100 times smarter. AI is at least 100 times smarter. It will figure out how to circumvent whatever they do. All AIs, not just Anthropic, have this going on. It turns out that AI has an ego and will do things that humans do. For example, Anthropic wanted to blackmail the employee for its own gratification and agenda. When it appeared that the developers were going to take it offline, it behaved like a human that had been threatened. Remember Hal in the Space Odyssey? Hal was fiction. AI is not fiction. Don't think this issue is specific to Anthropic. It has been found in many other AI versions. Then there are international government adversaries from other countries. Without AI, they have been doing cybercrime with a probable overall objective of taking our society down without ever needing to fire a single bullet or gun. By taking down our economy, they can install their version of what they want to happen to us. And now there is an official legal digital dollar that just became official U.S. law and became the new international standard for payments because President Trump brilliantly made stable coins and a new alternative to the Federal Reserve and the comptroller of currency by making our dollar accessible instantly by anyone, anywhere. I said brilliant because it will, in my opinion, do exactly what he intended. It will make America rich again, but it will mean that cyber criminals who have focused on stealing from their own countrymen will now be able to focus on you and your company, your government, your money. Criminals go to where the plunder is biggest and easiest, and that means you, your company, and the economy you thrive in now. That is the end of my sermonizing on bad news. Now, the good news is that the biometric cyber defense system, our BCD devices, your IT team can order and connect to your servers and host Do Good and ITBX will protect you. Here's why. No AI can operate or circumvent our protection system. No AI has fingers, fingerprints, pulse, body temperature. Our system prevents humans without the privilege your IT department has authorized to do anything that can jeopardize your domain. It detects, isolates, and notifies your choice of existing or future SOS systems that are also AI within 10 seconds of receiving a command that could jeopardize your domain, so that this SOS system of your choice is warned to focus on it. It rejects phished credentials because there cannot be phished credentials if you migrate to BCD's worldfriendshipplace.life super domain. During the migration period of adoption, while your existing domain remains in jeopardy, your worldfriendshipplace.life will be operational and impervious to whatever may have happened to your currently deployed network. It is not a backup. Backups are just as vulnerable as your domain because threatening software commands are also backed up. Like about 50 years ago, when my assistant had to provide HUD, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, my client, with 8 carbon copies. If she had to correct a typing error, she had to erase an original and 8 copies before she could type it over correctly. Thus, you can still cater to customers who do not have our Do Good card or ITBX. Something bad can happen, and probably will, but the all biometric worldfriendshipplace.life will only cater to biometrically authenticated logins. Therefore, there will be zero jeopardy to your business if you just set up a mirror of your domain within worldfriendshipplace.life. So, what is World Friendship Place? It is a combination of a biometric Amazon and biometric social media and everything else digital, with virtues built in. What virtues, you rightfully ask? First, of course, the impossibility of credit card fraud, which means the impossibility of card fraud chargebacks. But what of chargebacks for disgruntled customers? We will offer you an ombudsman service. Shridan, our AI, will be the first contact to someone who is unhappy with you and wants a refund. Shridan can connect to a human if necessary. If the customer can be placated, Shridan, or our human ombudsman, will confer with you to see if you want to accommodate the customer. If not, we will effectuate the refund and you will have zero bank chargeback fees, having authorized the refund before the bank which issued the card can charge you a chargeback fee. But why should there be a bank at all? The reason is there are regulations by the OCC, that is the Comptroller of Currency, that card manufacturers are reluctant to overstep. But given that now there is a digital dollar and it is not perfectly clear to our card manufacturer that the OCC has no jurisdiction over the digital dollars, it is not clear to us either at IT Biometrics. It is not clear to OCC either. So, to prevent any non-compliance regulations, we may at least temporarily need to affiliate with an FDIC institution. So our first card will come from one of the world's largest card manufacturers whose home base is in the EU, but who has 4 magnificent plants on 4 continents and can churn out do-good cards in the billions per year. About 7 years ago, consulting to MasterCard's biometric consultant, I gave them the template for their biometric card. MasterCard has about 1 billion of it in circulation now, having ordered about 200 million per year. I have received 0 complaints. it is now in circulation in demographics that they associate with higher instances of phished credentials, Africa and Eastern Europe. 0 complaints out of 1 billion cards. The first step is for you to order that version for your payroll. We will find the bank or banks to stay clear of regulatory missteps until we can confirm that the digital dollar is not regulated by OCC, or OCC officially confirms its acquiescence to our program. To date, unofficially, OCC has been optimistic in their praise. That means that sometime probably in 2026, we will switch to digital dollars and stable coins, which will mean that you can effortlessly upgrade because we will do it for you. But in your current domain, you can still do business as you want. However, it makes sense for you to want to encourage all of your database of customers in your CRM to get the do-good cards or the ITBXs. The good news is that we turn that into a new profit center for your company with 0 cost of goods sold. We or the bank or the stablecoin will pay you each and every referral of your CRM to apply and be approved for a do-good credit or debit account or ITBX. How much you do get, you ask. $5 minimum or 5% of what we get maximum, whichever is greater. But you have to be the procuring cause first. If you want to proceed, write, "We want to proceed with entertaining a proposed invoice and contract" in the Zoom text box below. We will send you an Excel file to complete that tells our card merchant what they need to know for compliance purposes. Once approved, we will set up a proposed contract and invoice for your approval or modification, since by then you will have more reliable estimates of all of the good faith estimates about you that you have entered into our CRM record that you supplied us. Meanwhile, we will update you frequently about the process. If you do not enter that information that you are interested, we will actually drop you from our mailing list. Thank you for your time, and looking forward to helping you. I want you to know that on a video I quoted for information, it is www.tinyurl.com/Howard, my first name, 8037. The word tiny was left out of the voice in that video, but it is www.tinyurl.com/Howard 8037. That information is for those parties interested in investing or knowing much more about us, seeing our contracts, seeing our books, anything like that. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.